Welcome back. In today's video, I want to talk to you about how YouTube has changed my life in the last 2 months under 500 subscribers. I also want to show you some analytics that you might be able to use in growing your channel, and I want to encourage you to keep going. When I started this channel 2 months ago, I really didn't have a plan. I knew I wanted to do this. I knew I had to jump in with both feet, and so I figured I'd either sink or swim. And right now, I feel like I am treading water. I am learning to swim, working on maybe dog pedaling. I can't help but wonder what my channel would be like if I had started or had the nerve to start 4 years ago. There are about 4 ways that I would say YouTube has changed my life in the last 2 months. The first thing is, now I have a hobby. I have been asked so many times over the years, what is your hobbies? And I know it sounds crazy, but I've never had a hobby, or what I would call a hobby. I feel like a hobby is something that you enjoy, something that you do frequently, that gives you pleasure, and that you do in your spare time for fun. And I've always just been so busy that, my career, going to school, furthering my career, raising a family, involved in church, things I enjoy, but I would not necessarily say anything was a hobby. I've never done anything extra or often enough that for myself that I found enjoyable and that I could actually call a hobby. With this, I have a sense of excitement every week. I feel creative. I've never felt I was a creative person in the past, and my mind's constantly turning. I'm thinking of new content, thumbnails, titles, and I really enjoy the process. So it has been really something that I have just found to love and enjoy over the last several months. Secondly, the way YouTube has changed my life in the last 2 months is that it's been pretty therapeutic for me. My husband and I are transitioning over into empty nesters, and it's been a big adjustment for both of us. I really didn't know that empty nest syndrome was really a thing. It really is something that is actually a grief process. I had to look it up, and it's a grief process. It's usually experienced more by the moms because they're the primary caretakers of the children, but it can be experienced by the dads. But the way that most couples deal with it is they find a hobby. Next to Jesus and my husband, my kids have been my world. And I get why women especially feel sometimes that they lose themselves when their kids leave home and they just kind of have to find themselves again. I totally understand that now. It's a big change, but it's normal. The third way YouTube has changed my life over the last 2 months is that it has really made me determined. Determined to be consistent, determined to make this work, and determined not to fail. Have I been discouraged through this process? Of course. Have I thought about quitting? About 100 times. But I have never been a quitter. And I don't like anything to defeat me. I believe when I make a commitment, I have to see it through and not quit when it's physically or emotionally hard. And we've always raised our children to be the same way. And the fourth thing is I know God has created me for a purpose, and I feel like that YouTube has now become a part of that purpose. Over the last about 9 weeks since I started my channel, I've had some challenges as well. My videos have taken hours to record, to edit, but I have to say it's getting a little easier every week. The second challenge is that I've had to prioritize and to discipline myself to create content each week. I chose to film one day, edit the next day usually, and then try to upload and post by Sunday. That's just what works for me. Some content creators are able to video multiple videos in one sitting and edit all of them in another day, and then they schedule their posts. You can certainly push out more content doing it that way. I'm trying to work towards that. The third challenge is the work-life balance. I would say as a creator, you do you. Whatever works for you, whatever works for you and your family. If you can only do 15 minutes a day, if you can do 30 minutes or an hour a day, if you can take a whole day, whatever the case may be, you do what fits your schedule. Lastly is the monetization challenge. My goal has been 6 months, give or take. And I've heard people say that monetization shouldn't be the focus of your content and that you shouldn't be doing this for the money. Really? I'm pretty sure that that's the goal of everyone that has a YouTube channel, is to try to get monetized. Why else would people spend hours trying to video and edit and publish their videos on YouTube? I just feel that that's ludicrous to say. The real challenge is not giving up when it gets hard or when the monetization seems like it's going to take way longer than what you thought. Right now, at the slow rate that I'm growing, I'll still be able to meet my subscriber requirement within about 6 months, maybe a little bit longer, but maybe not my watch time hours. I could probably do it sooner if I would post 2 videos a week. I just don't want to burn out at this point. I want to continue enjoy making videos, and I don't want to dread doing it, because if I dread doing it, then it won't be sustainable. After starting my channel about 2 months ago, and at the time of this recording, I currently have 333 subscribers. The channel is growing. It's slow. Like I said, it's day by day. But because it's 333, I wanted to share a special scripture that I love, Jeremiah 33:3. And it says, "Call to me and I will answer you, and I will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known." The reason I love this scripture, for one, is my husband over the last several years, I really can't recount how many, has seen the number 333 or 33 just over and over. And he's like, I know that the Lord's trying to tell me something, and that I know that it means something, because 3 in the Bible does have a significant meaning. I want to show you a few of the analytic pages that I found that have been really helpful over the last couple of weeks. And so we're going to skip over to that here real quick. Okay, so now I wanted to go over the channel analytic pages that I have found very useful in trying to look at the performance of one video versus the other video. If you'll go to your YouTube channel and then you'll go to Manage Videos, and it'll bring you to this page, and it gives you your channel content. You'll just choose the video that you want to look at, and I go to the analytics section here. I'm going to use the last one that I videoed. Then come down here to See More. I'm going to move this. Okay. Then come down to, you go down to See More, and then when you come back here to compare, and I'm going to choose the video from the previous week, and you can see here the performance. It's really cool. I knew that this video last week didn't perform as well as my previous videos. That's okay. I think it's related to the content that I was giving, maybe. Not everybody wants to do editing or B-roll, but it did show up in the search, so I was really happy about that. But so this is a way that you can compare previous videos as well. You just X out here and then hit it again if you want to come to a different video, and then you can just compare each one. The other thing that I really found that was extremely helpful was the click-through rate, and you can compare those from week to week. So you would have to, let's come out of here, and then go over to reach, and the impressions click-through rate right here, click that, and then go to See More. And again, you want to come up here to compare, and let me just go to last week's video. Oops. The week before. And so you can see the click-through rate. It gives you the percentages. My last video, the high was at 4.8%, which was great, and then that kind of fluctuates, you can see. And my video from this week is kind of low. It's at 1.9%. So I've had a little struggles with my thumbnail this week. I'm not really sure. People just aren't clicking on it, and honestly I really think it might have to do with the content of what it is. And then the last thing that I wanted to show you was to go back to your channel page, and you want to click on Audience, and then scroll down, and you can see when your viewers are on YouTube. I was like, this is really nice, because then it just helps you to know when to put your content out. Like if Sundays or Monday evenings or Monday at lunch or Tuesday, whatever day, you know, this real dark purple, see Tuesday at 2 o'clock, there's very many viewers on in my niche. my viewers are on YouTube during this time. So that would be a good time to actually publish a video. So you can schedule your videos out. So whatever seems to be best for your channel. But I found this very useful, and I hope that it helps you, because I've been trying to learn more about the analytics page. I've been trying to break it down and look at each section and see what all information, because it's there for a reason. So and it's been a very helpful tool. So this week's small channel spotlight goes to APR World Travel. Look at this website. This is a small channel, and they've been very supportive of my channel, actually. And I just love the thumbnails. I want you to look at this. They're amazing. And this is a faceless channel, but whoever this person is, they take walks through these different cities, and they show you all the architecture. It is extremely interesting to me, and I just wanted to give them a shout out. And if you've not visited their channel, I would love for you to check it out and maybe subscribe to them as well. Now, reasons to keep you going. Do it for yourself. Do it because you enjoy it and because it helps you. It's all in what you put into it. If you are intentional about doing it, if you post consistently each week, you're improving each week, and you're determined to do this, it may take you 10 weeks like some people. It may take 3 months, 6 months, a year, or longer. Just know that if you put forth the effort, that it will pay off, and it is rewarding. I pray that you are all blessed and well. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.